My mouth, I bust her lip. My face is black as my race. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, that.
Yo, dude, who is that?
Hey!
Hey!
Cydney.
I was like, ooh. Ooh.
Oh, Uncle
That's what
Chad.
it
You just put that over every. Okay, really?
My bad.
What? You're gonna need to do some major editing after
No,
this.
I'm not. Nope.
I'm saying, how do you two get more comfortable? How do you two get more comfortable chairs than me?
Why do you care so much?
Because you were the one that said before this is your podcast chair. So
I never said that.
Yes,
you
did.
have.
Yes, you
When
did.
did I
Like
say
2
that?
podcasts ago.
You said that several times.
Just before we started, you're like, this is my podcast chair.
You've said that.
So, Uncle Chad. Because you like to tell a lot of false information. That can
Yeah,
be proven
until
wrong
a
on the
certain
camera.
Cydney takes the camera and puts it somewhere.
Sydney, you wish you could take something
so
from me,
you
so
can't
please.
find it.
How are you going to take it from me? You're going to take it out my hand? Exactly.
Easy.
I just want y'all to know this little bit here, y'all arguing like this, I'm putting at the beginning of the episode.
You are?
I sure am.
Woo. Nice. It's easy. You know, that is pretty easy to take it from you.
Oh, really?
When you go to sleep,
Take this from me.
no.
Take it from me. Come on, it's easy to take this from me,
Can I
right?
finish
Take it
it?
from me. Exactly.
Like when you go to sleep, you're not gonna be
Oh, so you have to go behind my back to do something.
be holding a camera while you're asleep,
So you mean you couldn't do it when I'm awake? So you'd have to
or
do it
while
behind my
you're,
back.
or while
1
you're,
2 1 2 1 2.
or while you're somewhere that's not home.
1 2 1 2 1
So you
2.
can't touch it.
What?
Oh, my dumb Sydney.
Who are you, Mr. Angry Guy from Captain Underpants, who took the turtle everywhere he went?
That was hilarious.
I never said it was supposed to be funny.
This is pretty good.
Oh, guys.
Okay.
Oh!
No, it did not just not save everything.
It might not.
Good night.
It's not even nighttime. yet.
Okay, well.
So, we gonna count it off?
Yep.
What are we starting with? 5.
3.
9.
Like always. Seriously, son?
We either start on 5 or 3, and it's always confusing.
3.
2.
1.
And action! Man, I'm getting way better at
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to
that. Cydney being Cydney, podcast 2013, where we have fun, joke around, and yeah, and
Who
make
are
fun
you?
of people. I am Cydney, aka Sid the Kid. I'm the main host, and yeah.
namesake, and you are,
Courtney, aka Lil CJ.
and I am Chad, aka Dad, aka Uncle Chad,
How do you get like 3 or 4 things?
because one person calls me one thing and one person calls me the other.
And you call yourself like 2 things.
I call myself me.
No, you call yourself Chad, and you also call yourself. What's her name?
It's your boy.
Yes.
That's me trying to relate and be down with the kids.
Imitate what brother watches.
That's not what I watch.
Because no one that I watch does that.
Well, I don't know. It all sounds like that to me, the stuff you watch.
Who, me?
Yep. But
That sounds like something
first thing what I want to
brother
do
would
is
watch.
I want to commend y'all, because what we have going on here is this is the 3rd or 4th time we've tried to do this episode. We got all the way through it last week, and at the absolute end, my relic of a computer said, "No, this is not it."
Bye, Felicia.
But here we are to try it again,
And hopefully we don't delete anything this time.
or lose it.
Computer. That was a little computer.
So what did we talk about last night? Or we can just start over. Well, how's everybody doing? I guess that's the first place to start.
Wait. Can I
Good.
tell you about my eyeglasses?
We can.
Again.
Sure. Good.
So, yep. We're fantastic. Amazing.
Easter.
I'm still terrible at making up words, just saying. I don't know why, but one of the mics aren't working.
They're both working. How are you doing, Cydney?
Oh, good, actually. The other day. Or was it yesterday?
It was yesterday.
Oh, yesterday we went to the eye doctor. Well, brother wasn't there, but me and Daddy went. And
Well, why don't we first set up what happened so Courtney, he can explain from last week, and then we can let you kick it in from there.
What happened last week?
While we were doing a show, Cydney's eyes.
Oh. No, because it was like you didn't remember, and then I explained it.
Right. Well, I was letting so that you can fill the audience in.
So last week, on our last podcast, Cydney kept complaining her eyes were hurting because of the lights.
if you don't remember.
And because of that, like, we were saying that she's a real trooper because we had to go through that episode maybe 5 times.
It was several takes.
It was 7 times, but okay.
No.
So,
4.
yesterday, Cydney went to the doctor and...
We went to the eye doctor and first I had to look at this tiny little house. And then after that, we had to do the color vision test, which was very, very scary. Because it was like this little round thingy going into your eye. It was like...
I think I might be going colorblind, actually.
What do you mean?
Are you serious?
Because, like, on my computer, I put it on colorblind setting because it makes the colors brighter. So.
Dang.
And how does it look versus...
Hey.
So, like, now everything looks darker.
Wow.
That's not good.
Would you like to go to the eye doctor and get glasses that helps
No, I'm
colorblind people?
not doing that.
Oh, genetics say there is a highly good
Can I finish my
chance
story?
of that.
Can I finish? my
Briefly.
story? Okay, and then, well, let's go back to this eye
What?
color test thingy.
Briefly.
Okay, I got it. And then, like, there was this little round thing that would have to, like, go into your eye, and it was, like, it was freaking me out. I went to take the thing and throw it across the room. I cannot lie. Honestly, I really didn't like it. I just don't like things touching my eyes unless it's me in control of it. I just don't like things touching my face, pretty much. Unless it's, like, I'm in control of it. And, apparently, I'm nearsighted, so in a few days I'm gonna get glasses.
It's a light prescription, but nonetheless.
Hooray, not so hooray, because that means I'm gonna have to, like, clean them 24/7.
I don't know about all that. But maybe that's...
So much commitment.
Yes. I think some of that is really just kind of a testament to the times because, well, one, Cydney likes to read a lot, and she did a lot of reading in the dark and a lot of not listening. But, hey, that's being a kid.
I keep asking you guys if you have a small light that I can borrow.
I think it's just a sign of the times just because the way that you guys operate now, a lot of what you do is in front of a screen. So, like, maybe last week or so when I was talking to Cydney and she was telling me that she was bored and stuff like that, and I was saying, understand, I don't get that because that wasn't how I grew up.
Yeah, you couldn't really relate to, like, that because when you were younger, you didn't really have YouTube or anything.
And what he had really sucks.
I beg to differ, but no, YouTube became I was an adult when YouTube became a thing.
What?
I know.
Yes, like, so that none
I'm
of
older
that
than YouTube.
right.
Funny.
But, like, you know, my cell phone when y'all were born, you could barely do internet on it. Like,
Barely do internet?
yes.
Yo,
because
son.
yes, because
I don't
like
think that's perfect. Speak English.
there was colloquial,
Club.
and I said,
Okay,
and I
now
said
you're
you
definitely not
can't
speaking
do
English.
English.
That was a real word, Cydney.
And I said do on purpose because that's exactly what trying to use the internet on a phone in 2009 was. it was barely internet. You could check like Facebook or MySpace, which I'm sure y'all don't even know what that is, or whatever. Like, but you couldn't use YouTube on your phone.
Holy cheese puffs, you are old.
Why, thank you. And one day, you will be old too,
Nope.
and some kid, a sibling, or a child of yours will tell you you're old. And you know what you're gonna do? Not care.
Exactly.
You know, but I mean, I say all that to say that the way even like I've noticed how you guys learn, like the way y'all learn math and stuff like that,
It's really different.
they're teaching you all to think in algorithms, or even just because like the internet is a part or embedded in how you guys know the world to be, you guys think like how the internet works.
Yeah.
So everything is kind of like systematic, like if this is this, this is that. Cydney said the word to me, algorithm, with her homework. I didn't even know what that word was until I was an adult.
Nice. Let's have a quick, small little slither, a brief little slither in the show. So an algorithm is kind of like having two numbers up and down, pretty much. Like, for example, 20 and 20. 0 and 0, 0. No. Look. 21 plus 29. 1 plus 9 is 10. You would put the 0 down, and then you would put the 1 by the tens, and then it would be 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then what would you get? 50.
Let me tell you a little secret.
What?
That's exactly how we did math when I was your age.
I was just explaining what it is. What an algorithm.
Algorithm is a little more than that. It's more like a pattern. Like the way that you solve a Rubik's Cube is using an algorithm.
Yeah.
Like a certain pattern of behaviors to make something.
Bruh.
That's an algorithm. You solve that using an algorithm.
Yo,
That's
how did
how y'all
you
think.
solve this thing?
I didn't. That's why it's not finished. But, you know, I say that to say that some of why, like, even
Brother
in...
cheated in a Rubik's Cube contest once.
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. During camp, you broke it and then just put it
No,
together
I
in the
didn't.
right
No,
colors.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Don't you think I would remember that if I did that?
You already told us the story a while back.
This is the part when I sit back and just let them argue.
Yes, you did, actually.
Okay. Well, then it wasn't true.
What? No, you said that happened during camp.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
You're welcome, Dad. I just helped you. And actually, yes, you told me the whole entire story. Daddy was there, right, Daddy?
I don't remember that.
None of you have good memory.
But...
Son,
See, my memory is quite good. I remember something when I was 2 years old.
What?
please.
Your graduation.
Let me tell you a little secret.
Bert.
I remember that.
Let me tell you a little secret.
What?
You weren't 2 then.
Okay. How old was I? 3.
No. See?
0.
Exactly.
I was 2.
No.
0.
You turned 2 in a couple weeks.
0.
No, I'm pretty sure I was 2.
No, you
But
weren't.
it was 2008.
That's all making noise in the mic.
But it was 2008.
I did that on
No.
purpose.
Yes.
Yes, so I was 2. Oh, the month. Okay. Well, I didn't know.
Bingo.
I didn't know the month. I just knew. I knew it was 2008. So, like, I remember that.
I remember, which none of you probably don't remember, once me and you used to put pillows on the floor from the couch, and we used to like hop on them and hop on the couch and pretend that the floor was magnetic lava. Man, oh man, that was so magical. You don't even remember that. You don't remember.
Way to go. All good.
You
But-
don't remember that, even though you were sitting right there.
Listen,
In
when
the
you get
dining
old,
room,
look,
okay.
the older you get, the more you forget stuff.
Wait, back
Put that
then-
down on
back-
the reason, for a reason. Well,
Back
the point
then-
that I was trying to
Actually,
make.
back then there were no chairs in the dining room yet, because we were still ordering
Thank you.
them.
Now, what I was trying to say was, the thing is,
I was giving you a drum.
hold on.
Cats.
Before, wait.
Kissing.
Oh, Curtis the cat is here, and he's about to mess everything up.
Apparently.
But
Do
what
not ruin my pants.
What I'm trying to say to you is, even just in bringing that up, some of the reason that I've brought you guys into this fold, or in doing this,
What fold?
doing the podcast, like there's a bigger goal in mind, because some of it is, while this started as something where it's just, hey, it was an avenue to let Cydney talk, but she was like 4 or 5 when we started, and Courtney, like, you were still like a kid.
And you just chimed in.
No, what happened was I thought it was a good idea if he came and brought him in the fold and be a part of it. But as you guys are getting older, there's certain things about the internet that you just inherently understand and get. Like, you guys will always
have a better understanding of it, pretty much.
Thank you. You guys have a better understanding, but you don't have the life and people experience yet. And that's something
Need that.
you need that in life. And what I'm saying to you is, but I have that. So with what you guys know and understand and are budding to do, like now you're more into doing graphic design, and
I'm into fashion designing.
You've turned that into, you've turned your love of Fortnite and being good at it into something where you've amassed a following that I don't know if I could do it that way without it taking a lot of experience, ups and downs that you just get naturally.
Well, because I played Fortnite, right, I watched a lot of different Fortnite YouTubers to help me get better. I mean, most of it was natural talent. But,
so you can, like, learn off of people, so
exactly.
you're pretty much copying them.
No, not necessarily.
Pretty much.
I'm feeding off of them.
But it's the same way that
Like
Cydney, the way that you watch a lot of stuff on YouTube
To
and
make
you feed
doll
off
outfits.
of it. Exactly. And you do the same thing. But
Yeah.
now that you guys are a little older, what I'm noticing is I'm trying to help you all take some of your talent and interest with this and be able to turn it into something, into some kind of business.
I mean, this shirt
Because,
is pretty fly, I gotta
like,
say.
If you're about to be 13, in 5 years you're gonna be 18, on your way to college, and beginning to be an adult in the real world. And in 10 years that'll be you, Cydney. But by the time you're there, you have experience in operating a business with this. That's something you can put on your resume. You can intern somewhere, or while someone else may just intern somewhere, you can say, I've got 6-7 years experience running a podcast. So if it starts off with being a guest
of something that you're interested in, pretty much.
or get paid,
Ooh,
while
I'm
other
in
people
for,
are working for free.
I'm in for the moolah, okay, son? I'm in for the moolah.
Who are you?
I have no idea. Wait, what do you mean? Am I doing too much?
No, it's just I'm listening to how you talk.
Calling people son a lot? That's
Word.
just my new thing. Just like static electricity Barbie hair.
If you knew me in another life, you'd be like, oh, but
Instead, we're just gonna live like this. Put the Rubik's Cube
yeah, he's chilling.
down.
He's chilling.
Rubik's Cubes are impossible to solve. This kid on
I've solved
YouTube,
multiple.
he can solve one in during 60 seconds.
Yo,
Pretty lit.
work. Yo, let me tell you about how this one time when I was trying to figure out how to solve try to solve a Rubik's Cube.
A YouTube?
Yes, I was trying to solve a YouTube too. And I didn't know how to do it. So I followed this video on YouTube, and I sat there for hours and hours and hours trying to figure out why wasn't I getting it.
And I almost killed
And you
myself.
know why? It was a video where someone at the end, if I just read it, said, this is just me fake and making something up. This will not help you solve a Rubik's Cube. I was sitting there like frustrated, like Cydney was getting her hair done, and I was sitting there like, why am I not getting this? Trying not to show how angry I was.
Oh yeah, I was getting my hair done for the first day of school or picture day or something.
So that was that. Was there anything else anybody had to chime in on that, or?
Oh yeah, can I talk about all of this stuff that we have on YouTube? Yes, no.
Plug away, Cydney.
So, my dad has, 2 YouTube channels or just one?
Well,
2 or 1? Well,
we'll just focus on
technically
this.
2.
Well, yeah, I technically 2, but
I'm
we're
American
gonna.
Culture and Chad Miller. But,
There
okay.
we go. Plug away.
So, if you haven't already, you can check in on my father's YouTube channels. Well, there's only 2 of them. But I mean, I am American Culture and Chad Milner. You might see some of me on there. You might see a little girl on there, which is also me. And I mean,
You can view our content.
yeah, and
Man.
become part of the Milner Jordan Mumford family.
What would they do?
We need a better. They would need to like to our channels or his channels,
Our channel.
our channel, and subscribe and share the word.
There you
I'm
go.
Terrible at this, just telling you right now.
No, because last week you nailed it. Even like some of the responses from my friends and everybody or people on social media was like, "Oh, she's a natural." Like, you nailed it.
I mean.
And with that said, we only got like I put it out there for everybody to ask us questions last week. I only got like 2, but maybe that's just because
questions.
I didn't get any. I checked.
You didn't?
No. I got 2 questions from people. One question is from
Can I read them?
nope, because the question's for y'all.
We have 27 seconds.
We've been past that. So I got 2 questions. One is from blah, 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 asking, when is your father taking y'all to visit your cousins in South Carolina?
Wait, what?
That was a question.
What cousins in South Carolina?
You know our whole family just about is from South Carolina, right?
See, now I didn't think about
Most
it.
of my cousins
Because
live in
I've been
Buffalo.
out there a couple of times to see my brother, but I haven't thought to.
North Carolina you've been to. South
They
Carolina.
live in South Carolina.
Oh, I thought
We
they
just they live right on South Carolina.
Oh, well. Our family,
They're like deep.
my mother's parents, they grew up in South Carolina and moved.
Hartsville.
Yes, and
Most-
moved up here. So
Most
almost
of my
everybody's
cousins
there.
live in Buffalo.
Some of you, well, you got a lot of cousins in Buffalo. Like healthy portion of your family is there, but on my side they come from the Carolinas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your side, and mommy's side, and everyone else's side,
Right.
Right.
pretty much?
And the second question I was asked or was proposed was I was asked to, whatever the word is. The question was, who are you guys' celebrity crush?
Why?
Really?
Yes.
Cydney first. Let me think.
Why? Just
Cydney,
why?
come on, answer the question.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Honestly? Wait. Wait, Dad, do you have to do this also?
Yep, he does.
Sure.
Honestly, I don't really have one yet. But, I mean, no, not really. But my favorite singer, or my favorite celebrity is a different story.
Well, we're looking for crushes. We're looking for someone that you like.
No one, clearly.
I'm sure there's somebody.
Yet.
That's a lie.
What do you mean?
I don't think you're telling the truth.
Who do you think it is?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking
I
you.
don't have one.
Maddie B.
I
What?
thought it. Yes.
What's wrong with you?
I was
no.
thinking it. And to
He's
all
in
my-
like high school.
That's okay. It's a crush. It doesn't have. That's exactly what it is. It's just somebody that you kind of like, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. And for all of my friends out there that was reposting that Maddie B meme, yo, don't sleep on the God.
I don't know what you're talking about. So okay.
That's okay. I'll tell you. Let's see. When I was about your age, Cydney, who was my celebrity crush then?
Taylor Swift. Oh.
Definitely not. And she was like 3 then.
What?
The first person I can remember that I had like a celebrity crush on was Whitley Gilbert on A Different World.
Really, son?
Yo, anybody my age would say, how dare you? 1989 was a very different time. And
how can I tell? I bet people back then didn't even know that lotion and yogurt are 2 different things.
I'm sure they did, and I would really, if I were you, I would really watch how much we clown Whitley Gilbert, because almost anybody that knows your mother was like, that's exactly who she was in college.
Who?
Whitley Gilbert. So, answering the question.
Me and my...
Oh.
Who's your celebrity crush?
So I couldn't pick. So either Zendaya or Cardi B.
Oh!
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait, who's Zendaya, first of all?
I know she is. That's a good one. I approve of that.
Oh, so you have 2 celebrity crushes?
Why not?
Ooh, snazzy.
You're weird.
No, I'm not!
My celebrity crush are Instagram models.
Are you kidding?
Boop.
So it's Wenji.
Huh?
Wenji's this white lady
I don't know who that is.
who likes posing on Instagram. Like, all over her Instagram, she's posing with her cat.
I know who.
That's all she does.
That's all. That's what I'm gonna leave it as.
She's on Reactacorns.
I've never even heard of that.
I told you about it yesterday.
Cydney, no free promo. Come on.
What's promo?
Promotions.
I don't know what a promotion is.
That's why, like I was saying to you before, we gonna learn some things about some business. But even like that's why along the way when I teach you stuff like about jokes or when we watch stuff on TV, Cydney, I say, oh, this joke, the rule of 3s in comedy, or when we watch like All About the Washingtons and you see a logo and I explain to you what product placement is.
Yes.
That's so that you can understand what you're watching, because at some point it's gonna become a thing.
Absolutely not.
So with that said, you guys have been great.
Thank you.
You guys have been troopers in all of this, and we will be doing this again next week. Cydney, you're leaving before I finish with my speech.
I was just gonna get my drink real quick.
Cydney,
Cydney, come on. Like,
fam, we trying to end the show.
Sorry, I'm thirsty.
But you know that.
As the main host,
oh, you can't.
Cydney, I mean,
We don't have to.
I'm the
It's
main
fine.
that's all right. You know what?
Next week.
Next week, we're going to have a brand new show. It's going to be called Courtney and Chad being Courtney and Chad, which ironically sounds like what I've heard all of my life. Courtney and...
Oh, yeah.
We doing this? We doing this?
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah, until I come in and
Okay.
sabotage your whole